Hi, my name is Tamara Clark. I am an instructor here at Oglehurst. I have been doing hair now for almost 5 years in November. Today what we're going to be doing is we're going to do a root shadow or a shadow root, and that's going to be blended out with my comb. And then in between that color, what we're going to do is a full head of highlights. We are going to do a small weave as I am trying to get a nice blend out from roots to ends. The first thing that I want to tell y'all about is the products that we are using. Today we are going to use the Blonde R multi-powder. We are doing it at a 1:2 ratio mixing with our Lexon Perfect 3% 10 volume. As for our base color, we are going to use a 2-stroke 0, and I'm going to use that with the 6 volume developer with Color Touch. But before we begin all that, we will do a service. The service pre-guard, what that's going to do is protect our client's skin from any color touching that skin and staining. The sectioning that we are going to have is we're going to have a mohawk section at our apex, and then we're going to have our 2 sections in our temporal sides. And then from center crown to the center nape, we're going to split our back half into 2 sections. The first thing that we're going to do in our application is we're going to apply our pre-guard. We're going to apply that around the hairline. Again, this is meant to help keep the color from staining our client's skin, as no one wants to leave from a color having that beautiful halo around their hair of just color. When we start that, what we want to do is make sure that that product is off of our hands the best we can, because again, if that gets into the hair, what's going to happen is it's not going to adhere the color to that area. Now I'm going to start off with my right hand back section. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to remove about a 1/2 inch subsection from her hair, and I'm going to do that in a diagonal back. As you can see, we have already finished out the back half of the head. Right now, what we're going to do is we're going to work on our 2 temporal sides. How we're going to approach this, as we did in the back, we did those diagonal back. We wanted to continue the diagonal back so that if our client wears their hair up or if they wear their hair down, all those highlights are fully visible. So I'm going to place that about a 1/2 inch, maybe a 1/4 inch away from the top of that foil. What that does, again, if her catalyst is warm, which is her head, if it's releasing enough heat and the lightener is activated by heat, I don't want that lightener to come up over my foil, and this is how I prevent it. So again, while she's growing out, she gets that seamless blend out rather than having a harsh line of demarcation as she's growing out. And now that we have finished this section here on our left-hand side, we're going to go ahead and move to our right-hand temporal sections. And I've gotten 3 foils on each side. I'm now going to approach my apex mohawk section. With that being said, I want to make sure that I am doing horizontal partings, as I want to create that as I move all the way up to the front. One thing that I want to do is my last foil, I'd like to be into the bang area. That way I can see a little bit of lightness to darkness up there. I'll remove myself, my 1/8 to start this section. The reason being, and before I even do anything, and I'll show you guys, is I've already created a wall back here in the back. So what I want to do from this point is now create my weave in my highlight section. From that 1/8, I'm going to take and weave directly at my base. Everything that I drop out of my weave, if I haven't already told you, I want to tap at that regrowth just like I would anything else in this application to ensure symmetry. Again, tapping and then pulling that comb through in order to get us a seamless blend. From there, I'm going to take that foil again, and I'm going to create my safety net. I want to continue now that I've done my 8 because I had my wall previously. Now I can go into my 1/2 inch subsections that are horizontal at the apex horseshoe area. Take a horizontal 1/4 of an inch subsection, lay it down, and then clip out your 1/8 inch subsection for your highlight and weave. From there, tap off your regrowth. And again, you're only going to take that down for about 1 inch, 1.5 at the most. Take that comb and help it blend it out. Or my last subsection here is already weaved out so that I am able to just place my foil and my lightener. Our processing time For our lightener, it's a total of 50 minutes. Remember that Wella products are synergetic, so they work better if they're used together. So today I'm going to be using Penetrate. It's one of my favorite products. The reason being is because Penetrate actually strengthens, repairs, and smooths the hair as you're going. And as for a conditioning treatment, we are going to use Service today. Service is our post-treatment conditioner that helps the hair not lose the color as quickly, closing that cuticle. And it also helps to keep the color longevity just a little bit longer. Welcome back, you guys. So now that our processing time is over, my next step is to rinse her hair and then shampoo. Hello and welcome back, you guys. So the first thing that we did is we went ahead and rinsed her out and shampooed using our Penetrate. Our next step is to go in with Shinefinity. I am going to use the applicator bottle, so you have to make sure that you're using the activator that's made for the application bottle itself. I am going to use the 08/98 and as a toner, and this mixing ratio is a 1-to-1 ratio. I am going to use my applicator bottle itself to help me section. And again, our section is going to be the same. It's going to be that 1/4 of an inch. Plus side about this Shinefinity is it does go through the hair with complete ease. This is a zero lift, zero damage, demi-permanent glaze. So not only is it going to tone her hair, but this product itself is also going to give her a nice deep conditioner at the same time as leaving her hair luminous looking. Because I'm using no heat, should be 20 minutes. If I wanted a more vibrant look, I would go in with a with heat, leaving her on for 15 minutes. So while we're processing in our Shinefinity for the 20 minutes, we're going to do a quick recap on what we've done so far. With our lightener, we used the Blondor multi-powder. We used it with the Wella Perfect 3% 10 volume developer, and we did a mixing ratio of 1-to-2 for our highlights. For our color, we went with Color Touch Demi-Permanent, and we used a 2-stroke 0 with the 6 volume 1.9%, and we did that at a 1-to-2 ratio as well. Then we placed our foils. We did color in between foils, and as we were placing that color, we used our comb to pull through so we could get a seamless blend out. Now when it came to the rinse out portion and shampoo, we did use the Sebastian Penetrate. We have not used a conditioner yet, as the glaze itself will be that conditioner. However, our next step after this would to rinse the Shinefinity, and Shinefinity actually calls for us to use the Brilliant shampoo. So we are going to go in with the Brilliant shampoo after. And then you don't have to use a post-treatment, but today I am. As we used a lightener, I just want to ensure the integrity and the health of the hair before we move forward. So as soon as she's done processing, we're going to go rinse her out, shampoo, and then do our quick post-treatment. And then afterwards, we're gonna get to our long layer prep. All right, welcome back, you guys. We have now rinsed out the Shinefinity, shampooed with Brilliance, and conditioned with our Service after treatment. Our next step is to section our hair into a T-parting here. In the back, I want to leave that completely out, as I'm gonna start with our perimeter first. The first thing I'm gonna do is take me a vertical subsection in the back half, in the center, and I'm gonna remove about 1 inch from the perimeter. From there, I'm gonna take, this is a mobile guide, so I'm gonna take a portion of that guide and move on to my next vertical subsection. Now, once I finish my left-hand side, I'm now gonna go back to that center vertical parting and have my mobile guide move me to my right-hand side. My head positioning for my perimeter should be tilted forward. And once I have completed the back half of the perimeter, I want to go ahead and cross-check and make sure that I am good. So if I cut vertically, I want to come out and check that horizontal. So now what I want to do is I want to have my client turn their head to the left and to the right so that I can connect the perimeter on the front 2 sections. Right here from in front and behind the ear, I'm going to take that mobile guide that I created, and I'm going to connect the front half of my haircut. Once I have finished that side and the perimeter, I'm gonna go ahead and get her resection. Once that back half is done, what you're gonna do is you're gonna take a vertical panel. Your increased layer goes up to 180 degrees straight to the sky. So I'm gonna grab that vertical panel. My perimeter is already cut. So from there, I'm gonna let my perimeter fall and then connect my layers from that. This has now made it a mobile guide to move around the back half of the head. Once you have finished the back half section, you want to make sure that you go back to that center parting where your mobile guide was first established, and then make that mobile guide move over to your right hand side. Once you're done with your last section, you are going to section out a small horseshoe subsection at your front half of the head. Remember, let that perimeter drop. All right, your mobile guide, remember, everything in the back half has been cut, so your perimeter and now your layers in the back half are completed. So now I'm gonna take me a horizontal subsection from the back half of the head. I'm gonna move it forward, as this is now my guide to work on my front half and connect my layers in the front half of the head. I'm gonna bring that hair straight up to the sky, and I'm gonna create my increased layers on the front half of the head. You want to go ahead and resection the hair from the front hairline to the crown or apex area. Resection that hair from that front hairline to right here about the crown area. We are going to resection the hair from behind the ear and move that forward. I'm going to give her just a little bit of face framing in order to enhance the natural features of her cheeks. So how I'm going to do that is I'm going to take that section here, and I like to use a slide cut method personally. It is a personal preference. I'm going to come down to her jawline and take a vertical panel from in front of the ear. From there, I am going to open my shear, and as I'm opening that shear and pushing through the hair, I'm going to make sure that I follow through all the way to the perimeter. Done. We have now completed the cut. The styling products that I am using are gonna be the Sebastian's Whipped Cream. I love this guy. It's actually super great to help you detangle. It's a leave-in conditioner, very lightweight, pH balanced, color safe. And again, it's lightweight, so she'll still have the movable range of her hair, but still being able to hold the style at the same time. I'm also using our thermal protectant through IME. And then as for our finishing products, I am going to use the Shaper Plus. This is also going to help me hold my style on top of, get me some volume at my base. We have officially got our final look. Other areas, say that I want to perfect, I'm just going to use my hairspray. And then I am able to have my finished look. Alrighty, you guys. Thank y'all so much for joining in with me today. I look forward to seeing y'all again next time.